Hello fans, viewers and subscribers. This is your humble host Chormi with the capital Z aka Mr. Z, delivering to you this Warcraft recast, which is going to be game number 3 of the series which I had started, which was Yumiko, the TL human player against ReMinD, the red Nidal player, and this time the map is going to be Echo Isles. So the matchup is underway. Both players seem to be opening with standard openings, standard human, standard Nidal player going for the green camp instead of the orange one. Seeing that he is against a human, although he might have gone for the orange one as well because he could get to level 2 much faster if he did. But he's opting to play a little more safely, does not want to rush up, does not want to end up getting harassed, jacked or something like that. So anyways, the militia is going towards the Nidal base, gonna be dropping the farm just as he reaches there. Then the altar will be coming up and we will be awaiting to see what the heroes will be for these players. Human player will be going for the Archmage and the Nidal player will be going for a Warden. Or yeah, it is always awesome to see a Warden in the game, and we are gonna be seeing how the Warden comes into action. Or here, as the Enter War comes up, the altar will be spawning and the AOW creeping at the green camp will be starting out, while the human player wants to, well, that's kind of innovative play. I don't think I've seen it very much because the peasant, that is, it usually comes to a Nidal base and pounds over the moonwell or the building altar, but this time he actually pounded over the wisps, and that is actually kind of useful because he had to transfer those wisps to another tree, or like make them scouts like this, which ReMinD is doing right now, as ReMinD is going for some creeping out here while the footman is ready for Yumiko. Yumiko actually sending a footman right towards the Nidal base, and seems like Yumiko might go for early harassment. And no, not gonna go for early harassment, actually going to be power creeping at the green camp, doing the same thing as the Nidal player is doing, because he did see the Nidal player is going for the green camp, which does mean that Nidal player only wants to get the first item, creep a little, and then come towards the human base for some harassment, which he is doing. He got a claws of attack plus 6, I believe, yes, plus 6, and that item will be benefiting the Warden much over here, as a human player is almost done creeping over here. And this is the reason why the human player bought these militias to creep, as the Warden can actually just shadow strike away all of them easily, unless the Warden got actually if the Warden might have gotten fan of knives, that Warden is gonna dance all over those militias. And the militias are inside right now. Base is fully blocked, and the arcane tower should be coming up soon, early, that is, in a while, that is. Anyways, the Warden does arrive over here, and the Warden gonna be getting inside, gonna be doing some good harassment over here, while the human player is opting to power creep over here, bringing those militias as well, just to creep out as soon as possible, not allowing the Warden to get any jacks. And that's just what he's doing, getting the level 2, getting the item, and the Warden is kind of incapacitated right now. Human player actually already rings of protection, plus ring of protection, that is plus 2, not so very useful. And now the human player are gonna be charging a few blows over the Warden gonna be just chilling around here, and as the nighttime has hit, he's going to back to the base. Well, I would rather say she, because it's a female hero. So anyways, Nidal player actually stole a creep from there, that mercenary camp, got this shadow thief. The shadow thief is a very useful mercenary in this early part of the game. And actually, I think that Wisp died. It should had dispelled, that is, detonated there. Human player now taking out this orange camp, and pretty much successful at it. Oh my, good surround over the Warden. Warden might just go down over there, will be forced to use the TP, and no, not being forced to use the TP because it is nighttime. It is nighttime, and the Warden can just hide over there. And oh my, Warden getting even lower hit points and forced to use the TP. ReMinD actually had a little hesitation over there, that is, and that's the reason why it caused him to use a TP, because the human player did not have anything to detect invisible units with, and he could have chilled there for a while, even if he and he could have saved the TP, that is, save the 350 gold, that is 350 gold. And so the Nidal player will be creeping at the middle marketplace over here, while the human player will be going towards the expansion point, will be setting up his expansion just as these creeps are down. And well, game is pretty much going, both players creeping around, and Nidal player actually getting a plus that is 15-second invulnerability portion. And oh my, that's not good. Nidal player actually lost his Ancient of War to the creeps over there, and that's not a very good move there. ReMinD hesitating a little in this game. Not ReMinD is still not at tier 2, and he has a lot of gold and lumber that he could have had clicked on the upgrade button. But at the same time, human player is not taking as well, because he has gone for the expansion there. Both we're gonna be seeing some tier 1 gameplay over here, it seems like. But the funny thing is that the ReMinD second ancient war is down. He cannot mass up those huntresses as we might expect him to do so. So anyways, the two huntresses are here, and huntresses are just good, very good against these human footmen. Just have taken out one of the shadow troll feast, and now getting inside while the human player is trying to set up his expansion. Already got the arcane vault, and now getting a arcane tower there. An idle player, as I said, does not have two ancient wars. He does need them to mass out a good hunter's army to mass out these footmen. That is, these footmen are just too many to be countered by these huntresses. And actually, idle player just going after these the mercenaries. That is, not going after the footmen, just taking out the ranged units mostly. And oh my, what the hell! Right, actually went for a tower rush. Ancient protectors right beside the human's base, at the front door of the human base, as some StarCraft 2 casters like to say. Front door, and the front door is just gonna be being tormented by these towers, and these huntresses reaching at that spot too. ReMinD only has one ancient ward to mass up those huntresses, but that is all that he might need at this point, because his towers are rooted, and these towers are almost ready as well. And if these towers get a little closer, this might just be GG for the human player. Although he does have a extra base over there, which will be coming up in a while, his main will be going down. Good thing for him would be that he doesn't really have many different buildings over here. He could rebuild it, but let's see how the game turns out. That is, Ancient Protector now rooting in to the inside of the base, and gonna be charging over those rocks over the Archmage. And now the battle begins. Idle player will be just doing some crazy tower attacks with these towers, and he should pull in these two ahead as well. He's actually playing a little safe over here, or rather I would say he's just busy microing his units against the human player over here. I think I heard a fan of knives. Yes, I did hear a fan of knives. The warden is gonna be dancing all over these footmen with that fan of knives, and the human player is just being incapacitated with each second that goes. One of his buildings are going down. He does not have any good units to counter the idle player with. He needs those spellcasters. He needs riflemen. He needs something, and the human player actually thought about giving up his expansion. He used the TP to get his giving up his main base. That is, sorry, he used the TP and teleported away every single unit that was over there. And actually, he also got all these mercenaries, and it seems to me like just what I said before. He did not have many important buildings there. He didn't even have the keep over there, as he already he want to event the expansion did not take up. He can actually rebuild his base over the expansion, and that is just what he is doing. Although it will take a lot of time for him to do so. He needs to get a few more towers up and ready over here. He is getting the keep, and the idle player will be taking some good time to destroy this the main base of the human player. Actually it's almost done. He actually destroyed it much faster than we could have expected, and the human player just trying to survive right now. Idle player stealing more creeps, that is more of these mercenaries, and that stealing of mercenaries is actually a very good move there by the idle player, because that's the only thing that could actually help the human player muster some good amount of units, because he doesn't have any production building yet. He doesn't have any barracks. He doesn't have any arcane anthem, and he doesn't really have anything at all at this point. He doesn't have a barracks, but it's not actually worth producing anything out of it. And the idle player actually not opting to go after the buildings, actually now charging towards the human base along with this army of ancient protectors, this army of trees just walking to "Thou shalt not harm the nature, thou shalt perish," and they are walking towards the humans that have cut them for years and years, and now they shall have their revenge. Anyways, closing the fun part. Now we'll be seeing what the Nile player attempts to do. Nile player eating trees. That is the ancient protector, using the ancient protector to eat some trees and then settle down. At least use this one. Well, that's actually a very good move there, because it does help them regenerate for a while. And human player still just waiting outside his base, waiting at bay. And well, one thing that human player does know, that Nile player can't really get anywhere faster, because these trees are slow as hell, and he can just that's the only thing that is he can use to his advantage. He's now dropping farms one by one, and just as the keep is ready, actually just as the keep is ready, human player will be able to use the call for arm ability. For the players who might not be knowing about this, if you get an expansion, if it's just a town hall, you won't be able to use call for arm, the militia ability for the peasants over that tree, over that building, that is. But just as you upgrade it into a keep, you can. And this time the human player just has too many workers over here, and he can use that ability very well. When Nile player actually tended to creep a little, crept out that that orange spot, Morlock camp, right at that watery location near the Morlock huts. And Nile player actually now getting glaive throwers. Glaive throwers would be good counters for, well, good to take out the expansion, and would support these ancient protectors very well as well. Human player actually got defend over the footmen, but it won't be that useful at this point, because he doesn't really have that many of them. He doesn't even have, and oh my, human player going for the workshops. He is gonna get those mortar teams up and ready in just in a few seconds, and those mortar teams are just beast. I say beast against huntresses. And and not to mention, they are also beast against any building that has fortified armor, which these ancient protectors do while rooted down. And Nidal are going for some shopping, gonna be buying. Oh, come on!
A player's forces are under attack.
Seems like he's waiting for gold. Bought a scroll of healing. Scroll of healing will be very beneficial for him, along with these mass number of huntresses. And oh my, one tree just went down, and human player, just as I said, he got a keep, and he can use this militia army. He just got those mortar teams, and now will be using this militia army to front them. He's gonna be fronting away the battle with these militias. And oh my, Warden is in online. The Warden gonna be dancing over these militias using the fan of knife. Warden is slowed indeed at this point because of slow mud golem, and the human is playing very innovatively over here. And not many games. We don't see these kind of games that very often. Using everything to his advantage, using militias, using more teams, using that slow golem, mud golem, that is to use the slow or the warden. And as long as the warden is slowed over here, he can do some good damage over there. And now he's massing away his what do you call those mortar teams. He might also want to get an upgrade from the mortar team, because once the mortar team gets an upgrade, they can deal even more damage than what they could have done before. And these, oh my, these glaive throwers actually charging their blows right over the mortar teams, but their splash damage is quite useless, as you might have seen. It didn't even take out the healing effect over these trolls, even if they were just beside that mortar team. And yeah, as people do say, the glaive thrower is one of the most useless siege weapon you could get in this game. But anyways, Nidal player has to tend and adapt to it, because that's the only siege weapon they actually have. And Nidal player now using Shadow Strike along with Phantom Knives. This mortar team might go down, but Yumiko healing it with the Troll Priest. And Yumiko just surviving over here. And oh my, Yumiko actually managed to score a second hero out of an altar. Oh, he did make an altar right behind his base. And actually at this point, I would say that if the Nidal player actually did not want to, it would have just planted his trees over here and might have gone from the other side. It would have been better, because these trees are just just incapacitating him from getting anywhere faster. He could have just gone from the back side of the base and could have dealt some good damage from this side. He could have came from here, and there's many stuff that he could have done. And right now he just gave the human player just too much of the time, and the human player can come back into the game very well right now, as these mortar teams are just blowing away those balls, those fireballs over these ancient protectors, eating some trees over there. Not gonna go down so soon, because they are currently uprooted, and uprooted ancient of trees that are ancient, oh god, ancient protectors have the heavy armor, which takes more damage from magic attack only. Magic attack? Oh right, only magic attack. Anyways, now team MK getting a low hit point. MK needs to get out of this battle if he has to survive. Needs to go to the arcane wall to heal a little, and the Yumiko player once again pulling a few militias and actually giving a gyrocopter, that is a flying machine right here. And it seemed to me like he did go for the +1 upgrade of the mortar teams, and that's what I said. Now these mortar teams, if one more upgrade would come, I think it goes till 90, this siege attack thing, and that is really very much. And actually not training any units right now. He does have enough resources, he can train it, but he's using it. Oh, he's using it to train the priest knight now, but I don't think this would be very useful. Priests would be useful, but training casters at this point I don't think would be very useful, because Maniacal player has dryads, has these glaive throwers which can counter the casters really easily. Dryads can dispel with the spells, and these glaive throwers can do the siege damage. And oh my, blizzard! And the human player has just used Tome of Retention, or actually just leveled up and learned Blizzard. That is, Blizzard was being used over these slave throwers and had dealt some good damage over there. Mountain King getting very close in the battle, dangerously close. He might just die over there, and oh, the Mountain King goes down. Mountain King is down, and one more tree goes down with the more teams. The Mountain King can be revived in a few seconds over there, not really back up. And the Warden using Potion of Invulnerability and gonna be dancing all over these mortar teams. Gonna be just got inside, used the Final Knife, did some good damage, and now gonna be using another one. Oh my, just the carnage, the damage dealt inside that base. Well, actually at the same time, human player actually dealt a lot of damage to the Naiva army as well. As you can see, some very low hit points units right here. And the human player just losing more and more of these units, and just as the time counts, it seems like the human player might just not be able to survive. And this is one thing I need to check up. And oh no, yes, the expansion does have more gold than the main, and if the game lasts for a little more time, the Nidal gold mine might be just depleted, and which will just force the Nidal player to GG out, because he won't have any resources to make anything. And right now human player doing very well. Human player has everything he needs. He's running behind the Nidal player. Nidal player has very incapacitated, slowed, has very less units, doesn't have many units to produce with. And now the Warden is getting a lower hit points as well. Warden does have the potion of healing, that is, and the Warden being targeted away, that is. And Warden level 6. What the hell? Warden is almost level 6, and another fan of knife kills over these mortar teams will grant the Warden level 6. And if the Warden gets at level 6, this will be GG for the human player undoubtedly. And right now the human player using a Stormbolt or the archery, and it's quite surprising that the human player's Mountain King is still at level 1. And well, the human player getting his gold mine to heal up a little, and that's just what he needs to do. Nidal player now using Wisps to heal away the glaive throwers, and Nidal player will. Oh my god, no! Yumiko, you had done you have given us such a great game, but I am sorry, my friend. This is just over right now, because the Nidal player just got hit the jackpot, the what do you call it? The star attraction, or I just don't know. I'm just out of words right now, because this Avatar of Vengeance, the level 6 ability of the Warden, is gonna be owning at the human player right now, and the human player just might have to GG out anytime, because the Nile player just managed to get what he wanted, staying alive in the battle. But at the same time, if he managed to take out the Vengeance over here, he might be able to survive. But no, he plans. Oh, he did lose. He did lose the town hall there. Anyways, a really awesome game played by the ReMinD and Yumiko. Hope you guys might have enjoyed it. If you guys like the cast, I will be annotating those other games 1, 2, 3, 4 somewhere here and here as well. You guys should go and check them out as well. If you have liked this cast, do not forget to like, favorite do not forget to hit the like and favorite button. I'm just out of word right now because of this awesome game that which we have just mentioned. Anyways, hope you guys might have enjoyed the cast just as much as I have enjoyed casting it, and that is pretty much about it. Z out.